Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Now, last time we were practicing passives, so inshallah we'll start with that and we'll do all of the families again, and we will have everyone do one conjugation to see how it all works together, because we've practiced the active conjugation like nasara, nasara, nasaru, nasarat, nasarata, nasarna, right? This we have done. But we haven't practiced the passive, nusira, nusira, nusiru. So how to do that and how to be accurate in the harakat that we put on passives, and what to do when there are many things involved, like being light also is involved, being passive is also involved. So how to reconcile all of those things and how to practice all of those things, because these conjugations are very, very, very important and you need to be very strong in them, and so that you are able to recognize, because once we are done with practice in about another 1-2 sessions, then we will, our aim was to start the recognition exercise, to recognize the word just by seeing it, by seeing the beginning or the ending, right? So inshallah. Okay, for this I will share the whiteboard.
Termina de comer y hace otra cosa.
If you could unmute, if you have background noise where you are, unmute. Sorry, please mute, so that so that there's less background noise when we are doing. Okay, so we will start with Nasara. Yansuru. This is family 1. I've started with this because this is the most familiar we are with. So can somebody do the active past tense conjugation of Nasara, please?
Shall I try?
Yes, please. Also give your name so I know who I'm
Shahani.
Oh, okay, Shahani. Yes, please.
So the active in past, right?
Yes.
Nusira?
No, not passive. Just the active one.
Active,
Nasara.
okay.
Yes.
Nasara, Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarat, Nasarota, Nasarna, Nasarta, Nasartuma,
Yes.
Nasartum,
Good.
Nasarti, Nasartuma, Nasartunna, Nasartu, Nasarna.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Okay. Yes, so this was the simple past conjugation, and this you need to be very, 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 very strong and proficient at, because these endings will never change, and these endings are the endings that will tell you which form of past tense they are. Okay, so when we make past tense active, it is with the fathas, right? Nasara, fataha, daraba, and then sami'a. So you have the hua versions with fatha. Now, when you make these into passive past, what will it be in passive past? Nasara.
Nusira.
Nusira.
Yes. Nusira. Can somebody do the passive past tense conjugation from Nusira?
I will do inshallah.
Yes, please.
Nusira, Nusira, Nusirat,
No,
Nusirata,
Nusiru.
Nusiru. Sorry.
Yes.
Nusira, Nusira, Nusiru, Nusirat, Nusirata, Nusirna, Nusirta, Nusirtuma, Nusirtum,
Yes.
Nusirti, Nusirtuma, Nusirtunna, Nusirtu, Nusirna.
Yes.
Nusir.
Okay. I think you missed a couple. Can you do it again from nusirta?
Just I will try from the beginning. Nusira, nusira, nusiru, nusirat, nusirta, nusirna,
Nusirata.
nusirata, nusirna,
Yes.
nusirti,
No. Now nusirta. Anta version.
Okay. Anta nusirta, antuma nusirtuma, antum nusirtu, anti nusirti, antuma nusirtuma, antum nusirtum,
No, antunna nusirtunna.
antunna nusirtunna,
Yes.
ana nusirtu, nahnu nusirna.
Excellent. Yes. So what I do is I use like my fingertips sometimes, right? Because you've got sets of 3 boxes on your fingertips, right?
Yeah.
You can use your fingers, and then you can see every row has 3 words, right?
Yes.
So the
Yes.
first is, so in that sense, then you won't miss any of the words. And another way is like Ustad did, huwa nusira, huma nusira, right? For me, I have never done it like that, and we have always done it without the pronoun. So I am not able to do it, although
It
I've
is very
tried.
good idea. It is
It is,
on
because then you don't
fingertips. It is
miss.
really good idea.
Yes, it is.
Jazakallah
You do
khair for
not
sharing
miss
it.
any of the words, and you do not mistake any of the words. So
Yes.
that's a very good practice. If you can go
Yes.
for it, it's wonderful.
Inshallah, it will help a lot.
Inshallah. Okay. So now for this, why I chose this one, because this is the same past tense. Passives are the same for all of the families, the small 6 families, right? You have fataha, and that
Daraba,
becomes futiha, right? Like nusira. Then you have daraba,
Duriba,
duriba. Then you have samia.
Sumia,
Yes. Then you have hasiba.
Usiba.
Usiba,
Yes. And then you have
Karuma,
karuma.
Purima.
Do we have passive for
No
karuma
passive.
family?
Yeah, that's not there was no passive.
Yes. So that is something that we need to keep in mind, that the Karuma family will not have passives neither in the past tense or the present tense. It is similar to the Big 8 family in Qalaba, which does not have passives as well, right? So just remember this. Inshallah, Karuma family is not very, very common. So inshallah, you won't have that problem very much, but it does come. So inshallah, be aware that it won't have passive. Okay, so we did the Nasara family, past passive and past active. So I won't continue with the rest because it is the same thing. Yes, you should be able to write it down and practice it and know it, that the only difference between past passive and past active is that there is a OE sound in the past passive. So the past passive pattern, what is the past passive pattern? U, then E sound,
Yeah.
right? So this is the pattern, and this is same for all of the 14, for all of the 12 families, right? 2 don't have passive, so we won't include them. So all of the rest of the families that do have passive, in the past passive, the pattern you will follow, the sound you should hear is OE. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
¿Viste todo? Pegaste la mano
Any
en la boca con
questions
jabón.
up to this point?
Ve ahorita, María José, que te lave la mano en la boca con jabón y te lleva a orinar. Anda, rapidito.
Okay, then I'll just clear all of this. And
Alhamdulillah.
we'll move on to the big 8 families. Oh, sorry, we haven't done the present tense. I'm sorry. F1 families. So we are doing Nasara Yansuru. Can somebody do the Yansuru?
Can I?
Yes,
Okay.
active present tense.
Yansuru, Yansurani, Yansuruna, Tansuru, Tansurani, Yansurna, Tansuru, Tansurani, Tansuruna, Tansurina, Tansurani, Tansurna, Ansuru, Nansuru.
Excellent. Jazakallah khair. Yeah, so that is straightforward. Again, it should be really, really well learned. This is the basis of all the surf. These 2 conjugations are the basis of all the surf you're going to do. So if you're weak here, you have to practice it again and again, write it down, learn the combinations, and do it. Okay, so Yansuru. How will we make this passive?
Yunsaru.
By changing the UE sound.
Una.
What is the present passive pattern?
U'a.
Yunsaru.
Una.
U
First letter.
and then A.
U'a.
U.
Yeah.
U on the first letter of the present tense.
Yes.
Yes. And A on the Ain Kalima.
Yes. A on the N kalima. Right? Or the second last letter in the Hua version. So here you've got the first letter is Ya here.
Yes.
So it has Fatha here. So the first change we will do is we will put Dhamma here. The Noon has Jazm, it will remain the same. This is the second last letter or the Ain kalima. So what will we do to this?
We will put Fatha there. Yunsaru.
Yes, we will put Fatha there. So can somebody do the present tense passive conjugation?
Can I do it?
Yes, please.
Yunsaru. Yunsarani. Yunsaruna. Tunsaru. Tunsarani. Yunsarna.
Yunsar.
Oh, Yunsarna. Oh, Yunsarna. Sorry, Yunsarna. Tunsaru. Tunsarani. Tunsaruna.
Yunsar.
Tansarina.
Tunsarina.
Tunsarina.
Hmm.
Tunsarani.
Hmm.
Tunsarna.
Excellent.
Unsar. Nansar.
Unsaru.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Unsaru. Nansaru.
Nunsaru.
Yes, Nunsaru.
Yeah. So the problem that we have with the passive form is that we're not used to it because
Yeah.
we've done the active one so much that now it just doesn't come upon our tongue that easily.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So again, practice. Do it with all the families, inshallah. We'll do with all more of it right now. So we will get a chance to practice it. But as for personal practice, of course, the more you will practice, the more you will put in, the more, inshallah, it will be better.
Inshallah, yeah.
Okay. So
Sister
now,
Shahida, excuse me, Sister
Yes.
Shahida's video
Yes.
is on.
Okay, I'll close it.
okay. Jazakallah khair. So now, yes, this is the basic present passive conjugation. and I'll just do away with this. Okay, now Sami'a Yasma'u. What will be the present passive for Yasma'u?
Yusma'u.
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 Yes,
Yusma'u.
Yusma'u. Because the only thing you needed to change was this, because we needed the U sound in the beginning.
Yes.
The Ain kalma already had a fatha, so we didn't need to do anything to it. So Yasma'u in present tense as passive would be Yusma'u.
Yusma'u.
Can someone do the conjugation with Yusma'u?
Shall I try that?
I can. Yes,
يسمعوا
please.
يسمعاني يسمعون تسمعوا تسمعاني
No. Tusma'u.
تسمعوا تسمعاني
Hmm.
تسمعنا
Yusma'na.
يسمعنا
Hmm.
تسمعوا تسمعاني تسمعون
Hmm.
تسمعين تسمعاني تسمعنا
Hmm.
اسمعوا نسمع.
Excellent. Excellent. It's just the tricky part is that in the here version, you have ta and then you have ya. Right? The Hunna version will always have ya. That's how you will know it is the third person plural, Hunna version. And the Antunna will have ta. Right? Inshallah. Okay,
Inshallah.
let's
Because
try.
your finger trick, I got some little bit flow.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, let's try. Hasiba.
So,
Yahsib.
هو يكسب هما يكسبان هم يكسبون هي تكسب هما تكسبان هن تكسبن أنت تكسب
Sorry. Yes, continue.
أنت تسبأ what's the word?
Tushabu.
تسحب
Tuhsabu.
أنت
Sorry, it is tuhsabu.
أنت تحسب أنت تحسب أنت تحسبان أنتم تسحبون أنت تسحبي أنت تسحبين أنتما تسحبان أنتم تسبحن أنا أسبح نحن نسبح.
Okay. You did it correctly, but the root letters
Sister
compulsory.
Asfia,
Yeah.
Sister Asfia, could you please tell others to mute the mic? Only those who speak, please on the mic because it's echoing.
Yes, please. Can everybody unmute now? And if you want to do the conjugation, just mute and then say. Okay, Jazakallah khair. Yes. So you did the conjugation right, but you did with sahaba. So you were saying yushabu. It was yuhsabu, right? So for now, it's okay because we're just doing conjugations. But what happens is if you do change the letters, it also changes the meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, so just be careful on that. So in front of you for now, because we are practicing, you can write the word down. That's why I'm writing on the screen so that you know that what the word is, right? Okay. Now we've done this word. Can somebody do?
I would like to do.
Aslama? Sure, no problem at all. We've got a lot of practice, so everybody will.
Nina.
Do it.
Nina.
Yuslimu. I'm sorry?
I didn't
you
say
say-
anything.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so Aslama Yuslimu. What will be the present as passive?
يسلم
يسلم يسلم يا
Nina.
Yuslamu. Okay. So do you see anything Similar.
Hey guys, you zoom, eh?
So we did, we did one thing. We discussed this last time too, that family 1 present tense passive is the same as the family 4 present tense passives. Although usually big 8 families are completely different from F1 small families, but Aslama family, family 4. When we make present tense passive, family 4 present tense passive is the same as family 1 present tense passive. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does.
Yes.
So, inshallah, when we will do the conjugation exercises, one of the exercises has a word that can be both from family 1 and from family 4 because it is present tense passive. This is only one exception to all the rules. Otherwise, in everything else, family 4 is just like the big 8 families and it won't match the small 6 families.
Yes.
But are the sound not similar?
Sorry?
You are, oo are, and that the basic is the same, right?
The basic is the same, the pattern will remain the same. The problem is that Aslama has a letter extra than the F1 families, right?
Yes.
But that Hamza in the beginning does not show in the in the present tense. So that's why when we try to solve a present tense passive, you will see that it's difficult to see whether it is from family 4 or from family 1 because it does not show that extra letter.
Okay.
So that's why this is the only exception. And it only happens in present tense passive. That's it. Other things, all of the other ones, they will be different.
Can you please show with some example?
Sure, no problem. Let me write it. Okay. For example, I'll just clear all of this. The word that was in the recognition exercise was yes, judu. Yusjadu, sorry. This is the present tense passive. Now here, when we usually recognize a word, the notes that I shared in all the groups for eliminating past tense and present tense, what we do is we take away the signs of present tense. So the you and the u are taken away. What are we left with then? If you take away the o, the u, and this, what are you left with?
With the sukoon.
Yes, seen, jeem, and dal.
Yes.
So usually when we are left with 3 letters, we go to the F1 families, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this can be yes, judu. Because sajada yasjudu is from nasara yansuru. So
Yes.
it can be yasjudu. but it can be yusjidu as well.
Yes.
And this is family 4. So that's why family 4 present tense passive and family 1 present tense passives are the same, and we cannot know from the passive which family it comes until and unless we have a clue, as in how it is being used in the ayah, or we already know that it is family 1 or family 4.
Are there
So
specific traits for us deciding?
yes, one is context.
Mhm.
And in Quran, there are many words that are used that can be multiple things, and that opens up a world of a meaning. And inshallah, when we do this advanced surf, we will come through those examples in the Quran where a single word can be used as a ism fa'il or ism maf'ul, or can be used in another way that is similar, but it changes the meaning drastically. So both meanings are able to be accepted, and the scholars accept both the meanings. So inshallah, when we come there, we will do it. But I'm just highlighting this. We're not practicing this right now. I just wanted you to have it written with you, because when I came to this word yusjadu, first, of course, like I told you, I did the 3-letter thing and I ended up with F1, but the key was telling me F4 too. So then when I asked my mentors, they said that F4 passive present is the same as F1, so it can be both.
I have a question. So, for
Yes.
example, if you do nasara yansuru and nusira yunsaru, right?
Yes.
And you do fataha yaftahu and futiha yuftahu.
Yes.
Yunsaru and yuftahu sound the same, right?
Yes.
So how is that not related to use jadu? Because yuftahu sounds like use jadu too.
Yes, all of the present and past passives in family 1 are the same. So until and unless you know which family they're coming from, it is impossible to find the family.
So
Yeah.
so your example right now, you say that okay, in use jadu you would go with Aslama family or Nasara.
Yes,
How
because
is
I
that?
already know, but I already know that Sajada Yasjudu comes from family Nasara Yansuru. It cannot be Sajada Yasjadu. It cannot be Sajada Yasjidu. It is Sajada Yasjudu. And this confusion will end the day, inshallah, which is coming soon, that you will start using the dictionary.
Oh, because for me, like this example that you say that you when you were doing the question, you thought about Aslama family or Nasara family. I would be like it could be Fataha family because Yuftahu and Yusjadu sound
Yes.
alike too.
Exactly. But because I knew it is Sajada Yasjudu, right? So that's why I narrowed it down that. But otherwise, yes, there is no technical way of telling which family it is from the passive. That's why when we say, what family is this? Why do we say Nasara Yansuru? Because those are the active past and present. And you can only know the family from the active past and present tenses.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like
Thank you.
Aslama
Sister
Yuslimu.
Asfia?
Yes.
Yeah. I finish what you were saying then.
Yes. So I finished, like with all the big 8 families as well.
Yeah. I have a request that just like yesterday, if you can erase everything and put the past, present of this word yes jadu in family 1 and family 4, and let's make the past, present and passives of both, so that clearly in different columns we can see how the progression is.
Okay, sure.
Yesterday you made it. So similarly, let's make the columns so we see how the progression goes.
Okay, so for that I'll
Jazakallah.
need to have the portrait one.
Yeah.
So okay, so we have Sajada. Yes, Judo. Which will be Sujida Yusjadu in passive,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yes.
Yusjadu. Okay, then you want me to write the whole conjugation?
No, not the conjugation. Then these, if you can write the family for Aslama family
Okay,
with
yeah,
this
got it.
root, and
Sure,
just like the same in the same column, so we can see the difference.
sure.
Not Aslama, yeah,
Jada,
Asjudu, yeah.
yes. Azjada Yusjidu
Yes,
and Usjida Yusjadu.
yes. Thank you.
No problem.
Jazakallah khair.
Yes,
Yeah. So that way we can just, on a clean page, we can see.
sure. These are the same.
Yeah, now I get it.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair, Fawzia.
Jazakallah
So
khair.
yes, so this, yes. Yes, Fawzia, you were saying something?
I just said Jazakallah khair.
Oh, wait. So yes, so this way you know that these two families, not only these two families, when we have a present passive, just remember this point, okay? Don't go into very much detail. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just write down that present tense passive family 4 is similar to family 1 families. That's it. Just in this. Otherwise, there is a world of a difference in the harakat, which we will see, inshallah. And then we will be able to see that there is difference in everything else. But just in present tense passive, we will have family 4 the same as family 1 families. Can somebody do the Yusjadu conjugation, present passive conjugation, please?
In the passive form or the active form?
In the passive form, please.
So it would be huwa yusjidu, huma yusjidani, hum
Yusjadu,
yusjiduna.
Yusjadu.
Or yusjadu.
Yes.
Huwa yusjadu, huma yusjadani, hum yusjaduna. Here tusjidu,
Tusjadu.
tusjadu, huma tusjadani, hum yusjadna, right?
Yes, excellent.
Anta tusjadu, antuma tusjadani, antum tusjaduna.
Yes.
Anti tusjadu.
Tusjadina. Anti
Anti
tusjadina.
tusjadina, antuma tusjidani.
Jadani.
Tusjadani, antunna tusjadna.
Excellent.
Ana usjadu, nahnu nusjadu.
Yes, excellent. So you see, if you lose the sound, then you are essentially losing the passive form. So that you have to be careful, because if we do use jidu, then it becomes the active present for aslama family, right? It doesn't remain the passive. And if we
I have
do,
a question. When you have a
yes,
word, how can you go to its Hua version in any
yes,
form? How
there is a whole way of doing it, and inshallah we will do that when we start the recognition exercises. But for
Okay.
that to happen, we need to be very good in the conjugation to be able to know which version it is, because there are some changes that happens with version. For example, when we have sajadat, right? This is
Right.
the hiya past tense.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have sajata. This is the
That's
anta version.
Anta.
Do you see the difference here?
Yes, yes.
And if we mix it up, then we are essentially doing it wrong. So we need to
Right.
be very careful with all of the versions first. So that's why we are doing the conjugations right now. Inshallah, we will start with the families after the conjugations, and then we will come to the recognition exercises. So the more, in my black bag, the more we are good in conjugation, then we can know the markers of the family. These two things will help us recognize the words.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're doing it this way. So inshallah, if you're good in the conjugations, we can understand which version it is just by seeing it. Then we are ready for the families. Once we do the families, we know how to recognize the families. These two tools are the only things that you need to recognize the words, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay.
Jazakallah khairan.
Wayak. So this point is clear that in present tense passive, family 4 will be like the small 6 families.
Yes.
Okay.
All the 6 families,
Sorry?
all the small families, we will get the same thing.
Yes, because in passive form, all the small 6 families are similar to one another.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll move on. So this, we started with the family 4 because it is similar to the family 1 families. Now we will take family 2. What is the family 2 family?
Allama family.
Allama. Yes. And one thing more, we have to be very careful with the numbering, and we should know the numbering of the families. Right? So if you know Allama family, but you do not know the number of the family, then you will find it difficult to recognize the families in the dictionary, because the numbers that Ustad assigned to the families is the number that is used in the dictionaries. So like we saw yesterday, in the dictionary, you have F1 family first written with the past tense, the present tense, and the masdar. Then you have the meaning. Then after the meaning ends, you have numbering like this. 3, 2, 3, then a meaning, right? 4, then a meaning. 8, and then a meaning. Numbers call certain families, and you should number as the family. So Al is family 2, Allama.
Can you please remind us the name of the families with its number?
Okay.
Sorry, this is my first time in this class. Sorry to the rest.
No, the names are not written. Only the numbering is there. Okay. So Allama, what will be the passive form?
Ullima. It's
Sure,
Ullima.
Hajra, inshallah. Inshallah. The recording is happening, so you can see the rest of the session in the recording, inshallah. Okay. Allama will be Hullima. U-E sound, right? Can somebody do the conjugation for Ullima?
Like
Huwa
past tense?
ulima.
Hmm?
Okay, shall I do?
Yes, yes, please.
Huwa ulima, huma ulimani, hum ulimuna,
No,
hiya.
we're doing past tense. We're not doing present tense.
Okay. Huwa ulima, huma ulima, hum ulimu, hiya ulimat, huma ulima, hunna
Ullimata.
ulimata, hunna ulimna, anta
Excellent.
ulimta, antuma ulimtuma, antum ulimtum, anti ulimti, antuma ulimtuma, antunna ulimtunna, ana ulimtu, nahnu ulimna.
Excellent. Yeah. So the beginning and the endings would be only in the present tense and
Yeah.
not the past tense, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, now the present passive. What will be the present passive?
يعلم
Allamu.
يعلم
يعلم.
Yes. Yu'allamu.
يعلم. Okay. Can I
Can
do this
somebody do the
conjugation for this?
conjugation?
Yeah. يعلم يعلماني يعلمون تعلم تعلماني يعلمنا
Yes.
تعلم تعلماني تعلمون تعلمين تعلماني تعلمنا علم نعلم
No. U'allamu.
أعلم نعلم.
Yes. So you have to maintain that U sound in the beginning for the present passive. Excellent. Okay. Now we'll do another where the kabbara, yukabbiru. What will be the passive?
Kubbira.
Kubbira yukabbaru.
Can
Kubbira
somebody do
yukabbaru.
kubbira
Yukabbaru.
conjugation? Kubbira past tense passive.
كبر
Huwa
كبر
huwa
Kubira.
Yeah, the one that started the first one, then you can continue, and the lady that said afterwards, she can do the present one. Okay.
Okay. كبر كبرا كبروا كبرت كبرتا كبرنا كبرت كبرتما كبرتم كبرتي كبرتما كبرتما كبرتن كبرت كبرنا.
Excellent. Okay, now the present passive.
Sister Asfia,
Yes.
for us who are struggling to do the conjugation, I think it would help that if in a row we just hear present tense, and then in a row we just hear the past tense without switching. That would help us with the sound.
Yes, but the problem that happens is that if you don't do it together, then what happens is when you do the past, you start adding ani in it, and when you're doing the present, you stop with you don't do the beginning. So in this way, you know that both of them, what is the difference between the past and the present, and you're like you know that kabbara and yukabbiru are from family allama, yu'allimu. So now what will be the passives of both?
Okay, got you. Thank you.
No problem at all. And if it is still confusing, then yes, you can go ahead and do it separately as well. But what happens in that is that you get used to one word and then you start doing it in the other as well.
Okay.
So inshallah, so that's why I want to do it together so that you know that what is happening in the passive forms for both the past tense and the present tense together. So you know the difference as well as what is similar between both.
And what about if we only do like like family two, just like about three words in one past tense? If we try like family two, like so that for a while we just listen past tense for 3 times and then present 3 times. Just
I think
from family two.
I think the sister was trying to, our sister Asfi was trying to get us to apply our knowledge. That's why.
Okay,
I think
thank
she
you.
doesn't want us to take the easy route. So it's better to learn it like this. Yeah.
Okay,
No, no,
okay, okay, that's
it's
fine.
not
That's
about
what you're doing is fine. Go ahead.
Okay, Jazakallah. No, I understand where you're coming from, Fazia. That is also a way you can do. But as we do not have that much time to do it separately so many times, we have to do the families as well, other families as well. So that's why we're doing it together. But yes, as a personal practice, you can do all the past passives together, and then you can do all the past present tenses together. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for right now, because this is actually just a practice session and you've got a lot of people, so that's why
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay,
sister.
Jazakallah. Thank you. Let's see. Then yukabbaru. Who will do the conjugation for yukabbaru?
Yukabbaru, yukabbarani, yukabbaruna. Tukabbaru, tukabbarani, yukabbarna. Tukabbaru, tukabbarani, tukabbaruna. Tukabbarina, tukabbarani, tukabbarna. Ukabbaru, nukabbaru.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, then we have farraqa. Farraqa, what will be the present tense?
Yufarriqu.
Yufarriqu.
Yes.
Farraqa yufarriqu.
Yufarriqu. Okay. I will be clearing the first one, so we have space to write. It's still family 2. What will be the passive forms of these?
yufarraku.
Okay.
Furriqa yufarraqu.
Yes. OE sound. Furriqa.
Yufarraqu.
Yufarraqu. Can somebody do the passive past conjugation, please?
Okay. فرقا فرقا فرقوا فرقت فرقتا فرقنا فرقت فرقتما فرقتم فرقتي فرقتما فرقتن فرقت فرقنا.
Excellent. And can somebody do the present passive? Yufarraqu.
Assalamualaikum. Yufaraka, yufaraku, yufaraka, yufaraku.
No, yufarraqani.
Yufarakani, in tufaraka, tufarakani, yufarik, yufarik.
No, one minute. Yes, could you just hold just a second? Yeah, okay. I'm going to write it with you. Just a second.
Unna yufarakna.
Yes. Okay. So you said yufarraqu. Sorry. Yufarraqani. And then what comes after it? Yufarraquna. Then you have. Can you start from here? So I'll write it along with you.
My line is having problem.
Yes, no problem at all. That's why we're here.
Sorry.
That's why we're here to practice. So the huwa version was yufarraqu, huma yufarraqani, hum yufarraquna. Then here
tufarriquna, and then
no, after this what will happen? Tufarraqu, after tufarraqu what will come? I think
and then here
tufarraqani and then tufarraq.
yeah.
And what will happen after tufarraqani?
Tufrakna?
You will come. You will come. Yufarraqna.
Oh,
Right?
Yufarrakna.
Because the hunna version will have you in the beginning and na at the end. The hu here and the huma will have ta in the beginning. So this is the odd one out, right? Yufarraqna.
Yes.
Okay. And continue, please. Then what will happen?
Tufarraku.
Tufarraqu. Excellent. It will be the same as the anta here version. Yes.
Tufarraqani.
Okay.
Tufarrakuna.
Okay. Then
Tufarraqina.
yes.
Tufarraqani.
Yes.
Tufraqna.
No. Tufarraqna.
Oh, Tufarraqna. Okay.
Yes. We will maintain the harakas of everything except the qaf at the end.
Okay.
Because tu and the shadda, okay, Fatima, no problem at all. Tu and the shadda are the markers for family. Sorry, the shadda is the marker for family too. So we cannot do away with that.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah, okay.
tufarraquna. And then
Ufarraku.
yes. Ufarraqu.
Nufarraku.
Yes. Nufarraqu. So these small points will play a very big role in you getting it right? And especially when we go to the Quran and we try to recognize the words, these are the markers that will help us in finding out which family it is and what it is. Is it present tense? Is it past tense? Is it active? Is it passive? Is it forbidding? Is it commanding? So all of these are your tools for recognizing these words. So inshallah. So family two, everybody is now comfortable with?
Alhamdulillah.
Sure, inshallah. Jazakallah khair for joining us. Wa alaikum assalam. Okay. Now let's go to family three. Jahada and yujahidu. This is family three. What will be the past passive of family three? Jahada.
Juhida.
Yes. And how did we come to Juhida? What happened was that we know that the first letter will get the dhamma and the an kalma, which is ha here, will get the kasra. And the last letter will remain the same. So, but now if you have this word, then it is very hard for us to pronounce it. How will we pronounce u'aida or juahida? So the Arabs are very particular about the flow of recitation and about a word being in flow and not being disruptive to the flow. So what they did was, because of the Dhamma, they changed this alif to waw. So from jahada, it became
Juhida.
juhida. So you still have the u and the e sound. So the passive pattern is complete. Right? Then if we have nafaqa, what will be the past passive?
Nufika.
Nufika.
Yes, exactly. Nufiqa. Then if we have qatala, what will be the past passive?
Qutila.
Qutila. Okay. So now we'll only do the passive past ones first, so that we can do it the other way as well. Okay. So who will do juhida past passive conjugation? Anybody?
Okay.
Yes, please.
Juhida, juhida, juhidu, juhidat, juhidata, juhidna, juhitta, juhittuma, juhittum, juhitti, juhittuma, juhittunna, juhittu, juhidna.
Yes, excellent. Okay, who will do the nufiqa?
I can try.
Yes, please.
Okay. Nufiku.
Nufiqa.
Sorry. Yeah. Nufika, nufiqa, nufiku, nufiqat, nufiqata, nufikna.
Nufiqna. Yes.
Nufiqna. Nufikta, nufiktuma, nufiktum, nufikti, nufiktuma, nufiktunna, nufiktu, nufikna.
Yes. So you did the past conjugation. Excellent. You did it correctly. But always remember that in Arabic, how you recite a word also dictates how you write it. So if we do nufiqa and we change it to nufiqa,
Yeah.
so it will be different. These words are different. This is family 1 and this is family 4, family 3. So when we're doing the past tense conjugation, we will have to elongate the first letter nu because of the waw after it. This is waw mad, right?
Correct.
So it will be nufiqa, nufiqa, nufiqu. You get what I'm telling?
Yes. I made that mistake. Yes, I was confused.
No problem at all. So yeah, so just be very careful in that, and that's why tajweed, as far as these mistakes are considered, is very important, so that we do not either change the letter, elongate the haraka where it shouldn't be, or remove the letter altogether. So just be careful of this, right? Inshallah. Okay, who will do qutila? Fazia, would you?
Not right now. If you write with me, no,
Okay,
I'm not
sure.
ready right now. I'm not ready right now. Okay.
Okay, no problem at all. Who is ready? Qutila.
I can try.
Yes, please.
Kutila, so kutila, kutila, kutilu, kutilat, kutilata, kutilna.
Yes.
Kutilta, kutiltuma, kutiltum, kutilti, kutiltuma, kutiltunna, kutiltu, kutilna.
Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, so it's just the first one, elongating it makes it a little difficult to pronounce, but inshallah, the more we practice, the more we'll get used to it.
Thank you.
Any questions till now?
No question.
No.
No question.
Okay. So we'll move on to the present tense. Yujahidu. What will be the present passive?
Yujahadu.
Yujahada.
Yes,
Yujahadu.
because we want the UA combination. So the U is already there in the active. So we do not need to change it. The only thing is the N kalma, the second last letter here, that needs to be changed. So we just do the A here. So from yujahidu, it becomes yujahadu.
Yujahadu.
Okay, can somebody do the conjugation for yujahadu?
Yes, inshallah. Yujahadu, yujahadani, yujahaduna, tujahadu, tujahadani, yujahadna. Tujahadu, tujahadani, tujahaduna, tujahadina, tujahadani, tujahadna.
Yes.
Ujahadu, nujahadu.
Excellent. Jazakallahu khair.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Nafaqa, yunafiqu. What will be the present passive?
Yunafaku.
Okay. Can you do the yunafiqu, please?
هو ينافق هما ينافقان هم ينافقون هي تنافق هما تنافقان هن ينافقن أنت تنافق أنت تنافق أنتما تنافقان أنتم تنافقون أنت تنافقين أنتما تنافقان أنتن تنافقن أنا أنافق نحن ننافق.
Excellent. MashaAllah. Jazakallahu khair.
وإياك.
And then qatala yuqatilu. What will be the present passive of yuqatilu?
يقاتل.
Yes, yuqatalu. Can somebody do the yuqatalu conjugation?
Can I?
Yes, please.
Yuqatalu, yuqatalani, yuqataluna, tuqatalu, tuqatalani, yuqatalna.
Yes.
Tuqatalu, tuqatalani, tuqataluna, tuqatalina, tuqatalani, tuqatalna. Uqatalu, nuqatalu.
Excellent. Jazakallahu khair. So any confusion in this as far as we've done? Any questions?
No confusion.
No.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So you see from the passive past tense and passive present tenses of family 1, small 6 families, it is difficult to know which family they come from. But as far as the big 8 families, we know that the passive present of family 4 is the same as the present passive of family 1. But other than that, even from the passive forms here, yunafaku, we can come to the conclusion which family it belongs to. So if you only have the present passive or the past passive of the big 8 families, you are able to find which of the families they belong to. But this does not happen in the small 6 families. Okay?
Okay. Sister Alima Bibi's video is on. Alima
Okay.
Bibi.
Just a second. Let me...
Jazakallah khair. I didn't notice.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. So now we will do the family. We did the family 4. So we won't be doing that again because we know that in the passive present, it is just like the family 1. So we will do family 5. What is family 5?
تعلم.
Ta'allama family, right. Ta'allama. And what is the present?
يتعلم.
يتعلم.
Yes. Yata'allamu. Okay. What will be the past passive of ta'allama?
تعلم.
لما
Yeah. So ui sound. So we have two here, but the ain also had a fatha, so that also changes into u. And then the second last letter or the ain kalma gets e,
كسرة
and the last letter remains the same. So from ta'allama, it becomes tu'ullima. Can somebody do the passive, past passive conjugation for tu'ullima?
Can I?
Yes, please.
تؤلم تؤلم تؤلموا
Hmm.
تؤلمت تؤلمتا تؤلمنا
Yes.
تؤلمت تؤلمتما تؤلمتم تؤلمتي تؤلمتنا تؤلمتن تؤلمت تؤلمنا.
Yes, it was not tu'allimtana, it was tu'allimtuma.
تؤلمتما. Okay.
Okay.
فأنتما.
It is a bit of a tongue twister,
Yeah.
so no problem at all. Okay,
Okay.
then tafarraqa. What will be the past passive?
تفرق.
تفرق.
Tufurriqa, because we need the u and then the e sound. Okay, can somebody do the past passive conjugation from tufurriqa?
Shall I attempt it?
Yes, please.
تفريقا تفريقا تفريقو تفريقت تفريقت تفريقتا تفرقنا تفرقنا أنت تفرقت أنتما تفرقتما أنتم تفرقتم أنتي تفرقتي أنتما تفرقتما أنتن تفرقنا أنا تفرقت نحن تفرقنا.
Excellent, mashallah, jazakallah. Okay,
Jazakallah.
then we have taqallaba. What will be the past passive?
تقلب.
Yes. Can somebody do the past passive conjugation? Please try, no matter how many mistakes we make, it is not a combination. Your name is not
Try?
showing. So
Okay, I'll try.
I
Shall I
have no
try?
idea
Shall
who
I
you are. So,
Shall I try?
okay.
Anyone try?
Yes, please.
Can I try?
تقلب
We'll do the present tense passive, so you can try that after this. Yes, please.
تقلب 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 تقلبت تقلبتا تقلبنا تقلبتا تقلبتما تقلبتم تقلبتي تقلبتما تقلبنا
تقلبتن.
تقلب
تنة.
تقلبتن
Yes.
تقلب تقلبنا
تقلبتو.
تقلبت تقلبنا.
Excellent. Yes. So just the two ending would be for the ana one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Jazakallah. Okay. Now we will do the passive presents for all of these. Okay. So yata'allamu. What will be the present passive?
تعلم.
يتعلم.
يتعلم
Yes.
يتعلم
Yuta'allamu. So we already had the a sound on the ain kalama, so we didn't need to change it. The only thing we needed to change was the U in the beginning. Yuta'allamu. Who will do the conjugation?
Can I
I
attempt
will
it?
try.
Yeah. Okay, Fazia, yes, can you do it, please? And then whoever says after it can do the next one, inshallah.
Okay. And
That's fine.
if I make mistake, then please start writing. That helps. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So it is Hova
Hmm.
Yuta Allamu
Hmm.
Yuta Allamani Yuta
Yes.
Allamuna Hiya Tuta Allamu
Yes.
Tuta Allamani
Hmm.
Yuta Allamna
Excellent.
Anta Tuta'allamu Tuta'allamani and then Tuta'allamuna and Anti Tuta'allamina Tuta'allamani and Tuta'allamna right?
Yes.
Tuta'allamna, yeah. Then Uta'allamu Nuta'allamu.
Nuta'allamu.
Yeah, Nuta'allamu.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Jazakallahu khair.
Jazakallah khair.
Then we will do tafarraqa yatafarraqu. Yatafarraqu. What will be the present passive?
Yutafarraku.
Yutafarraqu. Okay. So who wanted to do after Sister Fazia, please?
If I can attempt it, inshallah.
Sure.
Yutafarraku was it?
Yes.
Yutafarraku, yatafarrakani, yatafarrakuna, yatafarraki, tutafarrak, tutafarraku, tutafarrakani, yutafarrakna, tutafarraku, tutafarrakani, tutafarrakuna, tutafarrakina, tutafarrakani, tutafarrakna, utafarraku, nutafarraku.
MashaAllah. Jazakallahu khairan.
Jazakallah.
Okay, and then what was yataqallabu?
Okay, I will try this.
Yes.
يتقلب يتقلبان
This is
يتقلبون
the present, this is the active form. What will be the passive form?
يتقلب يتقلب.
Yes, can you do it for the yutaqallabu?
Yeah. يتقلب يتقلبان يتقلبون تتقلب تتقلبان يتقلبن.
Yes.
تتقلب تتقلبان تتقلبون تتقلبين تتقلبان تتقلبن. أتقلب نتقلب.
Excellent, excellent, mashallah. So the more you do it with more of the words. I have given the exercise for conjugation practice in all the groups. If you do not have it, I'll post it, repost it in the group, inshallah. So try to attempt it. My key is coming along, so you can have the key in by tomorrow, inshallah, hopefully, so that you can self-check all of your conjugations. And there's much more in the exercises. And then I have another exercise coming up for you to practice the light and the lightest versions, both with the active and the passive forms. And then inshallah, we'll move on to the commanding and the forbidding. Okay, so we have time for, I think, 2 more families. So inshallah, we'll do family 6 now. Tasa'ala. What will be the present tense?
Yatasa'alu.
تساءلوا.
Yes.
يتساءل.
Okay. What will be the past passive?
تسوء.
Yes, the same that happened with the family 3 because of the alif. This will happen, the same thing will happen here. So it would have been to su, and then here will have been the E sound. So tusu'a ila would have been difficult. So they took away the alif and they made it tusu ila. So can somebody do tusu ila conjugation, please? Anybody, please?
I'll try, but this is very, I think, difficult for me.
No problem at all. No problem at all. The more you do it, the more with ease you will become with it. Inshallah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So to su ila, to see, to su ila, to su ilu, to su
Yes,
ilu,
excellent.
then to su ilat, to
Yes,
su ilata, to su ilna,
excellent.
to su ilta, to su iltuma, to su iltum, to su ilta, ilti, to su iltuma, to su iltunna,
Mhm.
to su iltu, to su ilna.
Excellent, mashallah. Yeah, no trouble with it, alhamdulillah. So it's just keeping the first part of the word the same, and in the past tense, only the last part of the word is changing,
Yeah.
right? So the trick is in the Hua version, right? Here, Tusu E will remain the same.
Yeah.
So you have to make that a constant. Just have Tusu E bas in your mind. That is the word. And that, excuse me, and then the lam will experience all the changes.
Right.
So when you're doing past tenses, make sure what will not change and
Yeah.
what part will change. So that will make it easier to go through the past tense.
Actually, I was looking at what you had written to su ila. That helped a lot. Otherwise, in my mind, I cannot do it. I was
Yeah.
looking at.
So yes. So this will happen. The more we study, the more we go through words, the more we get familiar with the forms of the words, the more it will become easy. Because doing past tense, you just have to remember the endings. So that's not the difficult part. The difficult part is putting those endings in all types of words.
Okay.
Inshallah. So the more we practice, the
Sister
more.
Asfia, I have one question.
Yes.
I was looking the way you have written. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I have seen that this, what do you call it, Hamza? Hamza is coming without being attached. So can it be written both ways?
Yes,
You
it can be
attach it
written
with-
both. Yes,
Okay.
it can be written both ways. To
Okay.
su ila.
Yeah, I've seen it that way. I haven't seen the way you have written. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
sure, no problem at all.
No, I just wanted to know that you can write it both ways. Okay.
Yes, yes. And this is just the difference in the scripts of
Okay.
different places that use different scripts. So no problem at all. Both are the same. Okay, ta'awana. What will be the
تؤوين
يتعاونوا
tu'uvina? So what will be the past passive conjugation from tu'uvina? Okay.
يتعاونوا
No,
No, we're
تؤوين
not doing present tense. We're just doing the past passive. This one,
okay.
tu'uvina.
Can I go? Right.
Yes, please.
تؤوين تؤوين تؤوينت تؤوينت no wait. تؤوينت
One.
تؤوينتا تؤوين
Yes.
تؤوينتا تؤوينتما تؤوينتم
Mhm.
تؤوينتي تؤوينتما تؤوينتم تن
Mhm.
تؤوينتو تؤوين.
Excellent. Yes. So the difference with the Hunna version was that you had tu'uvina and then you had to attach the na of the Nun and Niswa. So you had two noons. So what happens is that we merge these. So tu'uvina would become
تؤوين
tu'uvinna. Excellent. Okay.
جزاك
Let
الله خير.
wait. Then taqabala. What will be the past passive?
يتقابل.
تقابلوا
No, we're not doing the present right now. Just the
تقوبل.
past passive.
تقابل
Tukubila.
Yes, tuqu
Bila.
bila. Right?
Mm.
Okay. Can somebody do with the tuqu bila?
Can you go?
Yes, please.
تقوبل تقوبل تقوبلوا تقوبلت تقوبلتا تقوبلنا
Hmm.
تقوبلتا تقوبلتما تقوبلتم تقوبلتي تقوبلتما تقوبلتن تقوبلتو تقوبلنا.
Excellent. Excellent. Jazakallah. Okay.
وياك.
Now we will do the present tense passive. So from yatasa'alu, what will be the
يتساءل.
يتساءلوا.
yes? So we needed to change the u because it was a, but the hamza here, which is the ain kalma here, already had the a sound, so we do not need to change it. So from yatasa'alu, it would be yutasa'alu. And what will be the conjugation? Present tense conjugation, please.
يتساءلوا يتساءلان يتساءلون تتساءلوا تتساءلان يتساءلن تتساءلوا تتساءلان تتساءلون تتساءلين تتساءلان تتساءلن أتساءلوا نتساءل.
Excellent. Jazakillah khair. Okay. Then you have yuta'awanu. Can somebody do this?
It would be nice if different people tried.
Yeah, can I try, Sarah?
Yes, please.
Yuta'awanu, yutawa'ana,
No,
yuta'awanu.
yuta'awanu. Then what will be? Yuta'awanani.
Yuta'awanani, yutawa'anuna,
Yuta'a. The ain comes first.
yuta'awanuna.
Yes. Excellent.
Tuta'awu, tutawa'ani, yuta'awana.
Yeah. It will be tuta'awanu.
Tuta'awani,
Vanani.
wanani.
There are two noons here because the initial word has a noon as a part of it, right? And then you add ani or una, so you have two noons coming in here. So it is yuta'awanu, yuta'awanani, yuta'awanuna, right? Then what will come from after tuta'awanu?
Tutawa'anani,
Tuta'awanani.
wanani,
Excellent. And
yuta'awanana.
Yuta'awanu plus na. So you had two noons. So it will
Wana.
merge into ashadda.
Tashadda.
So it will be yuta'awanna. Okay?
Tuta'awanu, tutawa'anani, tutawa'anuna, tuta'avinina,
Vanina.
tutawanina, and tutawa'anani, tutawa'ana,
Tuta'awanna.
tuta'awanna.
Yes, it will be same as yuta'awanna.
Shadda.
Yes, shadda, exactly. And then the ana version and the nahnu version, what will it be?
Atawa'annu, natawa'anna,
Uta'awanu.
uta'awanu, nutawa.
Yes. The thing with present tense is that in 5 of the words, u will come at the end. U is the staple ending for hua version present tense, right? For example, if we take all the past tenses, the active past tenses, nasara, fataha, qalaba, jahada, sami'a, hasiba, karuma, then aslama, allama, jahada, then ta'awana, tafarraqa, then inqalaba, iqtaraba, istaghfara. There is a in the end in the past tense. So if you find a fail that has a fatha in the end, 80% of the chances it's a past tense. Similarly, the hua version of present tenses, if you see, we do fataha, then we do yaftahu, nasara yansuru, daraba yadri bu, right? Similarly, in the big 8 families, you have allama yuallimu, right? So u is the staple ending for the 5 words in the present tense forms. So inshallah, so just keep that in mind. So in the ana and the nahnu version, the same thing happens. So you have here, you will have uta'awanu and nuta'awanu, right? So inshallah, so write this down. This is a very difficult one, a little tongue twister. So inshallah, and you have the shaddas in the hunna version because of the noon coming in the letters, the root letters, as well as the noon that you are attaching to it. So for this exercise, for this word, yuta'awanu, please all of you write it down and do the conjugation by writing it down, not just by memory, inshallah. Okay, we'll do one word more and then we'll move on to the next family. So family 6. Okay. Then we had yataqabalu. Yataqabalu, I'm sorry. What will be the present passive?
I don't think we done يتقابلوا. Was it يتساءلوا?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think so. Tasa'ala, yatasa'alu. What will be the present passive?
تسائلوا يتساءلوا.
Yes. Okay. Can somebody do the conjugation for yutasa'alu?
Can I do it?
Yes, please.
يتساءلوا يتساءلان يتساءلون تتساءلوا تتساءلان يتساءلن تتساءلوا تتساءلان تتساءلون تتساءلين تتساءلان تتساءلن وتساءلوا نتساءلوا.
Excellent. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair.
جزاك الله خير.
Okay. So we're done with family 6, inshallah. Any questions in this family?
No, sister, Alhamdulillah.
No, sister.
Alhamdulillah. So Inshallah. So just practice this because this is a little tough with the alif and the noon. If it comes with the letter, but inshallah, the more you write it down, the more you will remember it. Okay, so now we'll do family 7. Inqalaba, yunqalibu. What will be the passive past
There
tense of
is
this,
no.
please?
There is no passive.
Good.
You
Jazakallah
tried to
khair.
trick us.
You
Well, I have
yeah.
to do start sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So yes, alhamdulillah. So we did it. That family 7 does not have any passive forms. So inshallah, one hurdle we don't need to go over, inshallah. So we'll
Alhamdulillah.
do family 8. Iqtaraba,
Taribu.
Terrible.
Yaqtari. Okay. What will be the past passive?
اقترب يقترب.
Yes.
Turiba.
Turiba. So the jazm letters always will remain jazm, but the rest of the letters will all get O. And this ain kalma will get E. Uqturiba. Can somebody do the conjugation with uqturiba? Anybody, please?
Can I?
Yes, please.
Uqturiba, uqturiba, uqturibu, uqturibat, uqturibata, uqturibna, uqturibta, uqturibtuma, uqturibtum, uqturibati, uqturibtuma, uqturibtunna, uqturibtu, uqturibna.
MashaAllah. Jazakallah khairan. Okay. Then we will do yaqtaribu. What will be the present passive?
يقترب.
Yuktarabu.
Sound. So
يقترب.
yes. Yuqtarabu. Okay. Can somebody do the yuqtarabu?
Saima, you can go ahead.
Yeah, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So yuktarabu, yuktarabani, yuktarabuna, tuktarabani, yuktarabna.
Excellent.
So yuktarabna. Then tuktarabu, tuktarabani, tuktarabuna, tuktarabina, tuktarabani, tuktarabna. Then uktarabu, nuktarabu.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Then we have a word that we did in Surah Munafiqun.
اتخذوا.
Ittakhadha. The past tense will have a at the end, right?
Yeah.
Ittakhadha. What will be the present tense?
Yattakhizu.
Yattakhizu.
Yes. Okay. So what will be the past passive of ittakhadha?
اتخذوا.
Uttukhidha.
Wow.
Khida. U-E sound. Past tense passive. Right? We're not doing the present tense. We're doing the past tense. So iqtaraba, uqturiba, ittakhadha, uttukhidha. What is happening here is, it is actually this. ittakhadha. But because we had two tas, that's why they merged into shadda. So if you open them up, it is ittakhadha, just like iqtaraba, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then when we do
Yeah.
the past passive, what we need to change, the first sound needs to be u, so it will be u.
Mm.
Then the ta remains the same with the jazm, and this becomes dhamma. The ain kalima kha has the kasra. So what do you end up with? Uttukhidha, which can be written as uttukhidha. Do you understand what's happening?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can explain it again if it's not. If somebody did not get it, please speak up so that we do it again. No problem. I have no problem with repeating it. Okay. Uttukhidha. Can somebody do the conjugation with uttukhidha, please?
Can you try?
Yes, please.
اتخذ اتخذ اتخذوا
Hmm.
اتخذت اتخذتا
Uttu.
what is it?
Utta. You went with the fatha. It's not uttakhidu. Uttukhidu.
اتخذ
No,
no
no. Uttu.
I'm not getting it. Yeah. اتخذ اتخذ اتخذوا
Hmm.
اتخذت اتخذتا
Hmm.
اتخذنا
Hmm.
اتخذت اتخذت
No. Uttukhidta.
اتخذت
Yes.
اتخذت اتخذتما اتخذتم
Hmm.
اتخذتي اتخذتما اتخذتن
Hmm.
اتخذت اتخذنا.
Excellent. Jazakallah khair. That was a difficult one, right? So when you see shadda on the fa kalma, here the ta is the fa kalma. So just think that no family has shadda on the fa kalma. None of the families, not any of the 14 families. So then you open the shadda up. And the rule of opening a shadda up, if you have ta and you have dhamma on it, actually it is two tas, with the first ta having jazam and the second ta having dhamma. If you have noon with a fatha, then it is two noons with the first noon having jazam and the second noon having the fatha. So this is how shaddas work. So if you see shadda on the fa kalma, then it is most probably that the letters are the same in the word as well as the extra letter in this family. So then you open it up and then it will be easier for you to follow the pattern, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay. So,
Sister Asfia, what
yes,
are the root letters for ittakhaza?
Hamza, Kha, Dal. This is a weird word. What I did not tell you right now is that the ta and the shaddas, they have come after a process that we will inshallah learn when we do the weird words. For now, I just opened the ta for you, but the presence of the ta is also due to another rule that is happening that changes the a hamza into the ta. So how does that happen? we will inshallah do it in the advanced surf level. So for now, just the ta shadda would work here. Okay.
Yeah.
Jazakallah khair.
Well, yeah. So we just have one family left. Inshallah, we'll try to have a session tomorrow as well, for practicing, and so that we can then move on to the light versions and the forbidding and commanding. So if possible for everybody, if they can join us tomorrow as well, I can take extra sessions these 2 weeks because my other course is off for these 2 weeks. So if it's possible, it's easy for you to join me after tomorrow's class, inshallah, then we can do a little more practice, inshallah.
Yes.
What time will be the tomorrow's class?
Same time, just after Ustaz's class.
After, okay.
Because this time suits most people. For some it is late, but usually they can make it, and we used to make it for Ustaz's class, so that's why we choose this time, because it's most convenient for more people. So there is no compulsion or anything, but if you can join us tomorrow, then we can do not for the whole 2 hours, we can do only 1 hour if possible, so that we can do as much as possible in these 2 weeks, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So any questions up till now?
Alhamdulillah, no sister.
Alhamdulillah. So do the practice by writing it down, inshallah, and that will help us in practicing more, and you will get more used to different words coming, because we've done the family so many times that we are used to allama, but we're not used to farraqa or kabbara or saghara, like those words with different letters. So inshallah, we'll try to practice as much as possible. So we'll end it here, inshallah. Any questions that you have afterwards, please type in the group and we'll tackle them over there, inshallah. So subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين جزاك الله خيرا كثيرا كثيرا السلام عليكم.
جزاك الله خير.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.